Hi everyone, my name is Garry Trinder. I'm a cloud developer advocate at Microsoft, and today we're going to show how to deploy a Microsoft Teams app to Azure using Teams Toolkit for Visual Studio Code. If you have been following along for the last few weeks, this is the final week of a series covering the Microsoft Learn path on Teams Toolkit called Build and Deploy Apps for Microsoft Teams using Teams Toolkit for Visual Studio Code. So if this is the first session that you've seen of this series, there's 4 other weeks for you to go through that's been published on the community YouTube channel. Week 1, we went through and just showed how to get started installing Teams Toolkit and also creating your first app from the sample gallery. Then in week 2, we moved on to building bots. In week 3, we moved on to building tabs. And on week 4, we went through Teams JavaScript library and showed how we could integrate some of the capabilities from Teams JavaScript library to create chats from a Microsoft Teams tab. And this week, we will be going through how to deploy and publish our app. Again, if this is the first time that you've heard of this Learn path, you can check that out. It is live at aka.ms/learn/Teams Toolkit. You can get up to speed with all of the information that I've talked about over the previous weeks. Okay, Teams Toolkit. So let's have a quick overview. So Teams Toolkit is a series of tools. One tool for Visual Studio Code. It's a Visual Studio Code extension. It helps you build, deploy, and publish Teams apps directly in Visual Studio Code. So if you're a JavaScript or TypeScript developer, you're in a Windows, Mac OS, or Linux, this is the tool for you. However, if you are .NET developer using C#, there's also Teams Toolkit for Visual Studio 2022. You can download that now. And this is only available for Windows. But for this series, we've just been concentrating on the Visual Studio Code extension. Now, I just want to cover a few prerequisites for this session I'm going to show you. So first of all, we need a Microsoft 365 tenant that has custom apps enabled, or the uploading of custom apps enabled. You obviously need Visual Studio Code, as Teams Toolkit is a Visual Studio Code extension. You also need Node.js installed. Either version 16 and above is perfectly fine. And for this session, because we're deploying to Azure, you'll also need an Azure subscription. Okay, so you've built an awesome app. Now what? Up to this point, everything that we've shown has all been built locally. So that's where you're going to be starting when you first start developing your Teams app using Teams Toolkit for Visual Studio Code. So your next logical step really is getting that off your local machine and into a remote environment, most likely a development environment where you can test that, you can validate that it's all working when it's not running on your machine. And obviously share that as well with other people to test and not having dependency on your own machine running. So there's 3 features that Teams Toolkit helps us with. The first feature is provisioning to the cloud. So this feature basically makes it easy for you to deploy the required cloud infrastructure resources that's needed to host and run your app. We have deploy to the cloud. So this is the feature that's going to build and then move the code to your infrastructure. And finally, publishing to your organization as well. And this is where you're going to upload the Teams app and distribute that within your Microsoft 365 tenant so that other users can then install that app. So first of all, I'm going to jump into Visual Studio Code. I'm just going to go through a sample project, which is a tab app, and just show you some of the key kind of files and parts of the project that's relevant to deploying your app. So here we are, Visual Studio Code. I already have an app scaffolded using Teams Toolkit. It's just a tab app. And I want to bring your attention to two folders. We've got the .fx folder and templates. Now, templates, here is where our templates for building out the infrastructure live, as well as our manifest as well in the app package. If I expand the Azure folder, you can see that we've got a number of bicep files in here. So these are created when you create your initial project. So these are provided for you out of the box. And what's useful here is that it's all pre-configured for you to be able to just run these. You don't have to make any changes to get your basic app up and running. So this is for a tab project. So we can see that if we go to the provision bicep file, it describes the different resources that are going to be needed. An Azure storage account is going to be created. So when we want to deploy our code, that's going to be deployed to Azure storage. And a few other bits and pieces in there as well, like identity. But this is enough to just get you started. It also comes set up with configuration as well. So there's an Azure parameters.dev JSON file, and in here you can define some of your own values. And you can expand this file, and it's already hooked up, so you can reference these parameters within the bicep files. Now, you get a generated resource name. So this is just the name of the project and then some random numbers and letters at the end. So if you want to be very specific about the naming, you can come into here and name the resources how you would like them. But this is what you get as default. So let's show you how this looks when we want to provision, deploy, and publish. So I'm going to move back to the slides. And let's go through that. So first, we're going to provision to the cloud. So first of all, we need to sign into our Azure subscription. We can do that through the toolkit. Just like any other login, just log it into your account where your subscription is located. That will show up in Teams Toolkit, and then you can use the provision in the cloud feature to select a resource group that already exists or actually create a new one through the tool, and then just confirm the prompt that will allow Toolkit to provision that. And the process starts. You can click the output window to get more details. It's going to take a couple of minutes to just go through, depending on the project that you've selected as well. Obviously, there's more resources in, let's say, a bot project that needs to be provisioned. But when it has, you get nice ability to access your resources. You can do that on the left-hand pane or using the button that's provided. You just log into Azure and there you go. So we've got an identity and storage ready and available for us to now go to the next step, which is deploy to the cloud. So use the deploy to the cloud feature, accept the prompt, and this kicks off the build. Again, depending on how complex your app is, this can take a few moments, but when it's done, it'll deploy the code and give you the confirmation that that has now been pushed to your cloud infrastructure. And then the final bit is distributing our app. So we can use publish to Teams and select the install for your organization step. And this pushes the app to Teams admin portal, where we can go and we can approve this app. So we can see we've got one app that needs to be approved. We can search for that and see that it's been blocked. Then actually go and publish that app as well to unblock that. And then we get the confirmation. And yes, it may take a little while for the app to appear, but once it appears, it shows in the store. You can select that app and you can add it to Teams. And there we can see that it's actually running in your Azure environment as well. So 3 quick and easy steps to be able to get your app from off your local machine and actually running in Azure and able to test that with, without having your local machine actually required. You can distribute that to test users in your development environments. A few resources which we'll put in the recording description as well. So I just want to remind everyone that this is the final session of the 5-week series that have been running. So if you want to go and check out the Learn path, go to aka.ms/learn/Teams Toolkit. And like I say, it's the final week, so a little bit of a celebration there. And finally, if you have gone through the Learn path, or you're going to go through it, let us know how we're doing. Make sure that when you're going through, just provide some feedback. We're looking at these, we want to make it better, and any feedback, any areas that you want us to focus on next, we'd love to hear from you. And with that, Vesa, back to you.
Excellent, really, really cool. Thank you, Garry, on that one.